Hey guys, welcome to another update on my quest to get Romanian citizenship by descent. In this video, I want to share with you some of the very diverse offers I've received from different law firms who I want to help me with this process. So if you've ever Googled information that you don't know on the internet and you've come up with a lot of answers, well, that's what I'm experiencing right now. And if you know a bit about my background, you know that I've been helping people relocate to different countries since 2011. And so I've gone through these processes before in upwards of 40 different countries, figuring out how to live in these countries, how to get residency, how to basically set up your normal day-to-day life in a country abroad. And that's something I've specialized in for a really long time, but I've never worked in Romania before. I've never helped anyone move there, and I've never helped anyone get citizenship by descent there. So I'm basically using myself as a guinea pig and going through like all of the confusing steps to figure out how to actually do this and deciding whether to move forward by myself or with legal guidance. I'm not going to give the names of these providers yet because I don't want to call them out, but I will compare what each one told me. And then I would love to get your opinion in the comments as to which one seems like the best deal or what you guys think I should do. And I'll update again once I have additional information before I actually make a decision. And then I will provide the name of which firm I end up going with. So the first person that I talked to, we'll call this company A. They haven't really given me too much information yet as far as the time frame for how long it takes to get citizenship by descent in Romania, what their legal fees will be during that time, and also which documents they can help me with and which ones I will need to get on my own. The one thing that they have done is reviewed all of the information that I've sent them. I created a Google Drive folder that I've been sharing this link with different law firms and providers, and then just seeing what their opinion is based on all of the research and documents that I have already, which you can watch if you missed that video. I will link it up here, and I'll also leave a link in the description below so you can follow the whole journey. So no time frame has been given yet, but the one thing that she did ask for was my grandfather's naturalization certificate so that she can gauge whether or not I actually can get Romanian citizenship by descent. And then after that, she will give me a quote and a timeline for what the next steps are. Now that completely contrasts with another quote that I got. We'll call this company B. She said, based on my documents, I qualify for Romanian citizenship by application, which can be done by myself or with my mother if she wants to get it as well. She also said that if I have any children, that they can also get Romanian citizenship by descent, and that if they don't get it now included in my application, then they would lose this possibility after they turn 18. So I don't have any kids. I don't need to worry about that right now, but that's good to know in case you do. She says that the documents I've provided are superb, including my grandfather's birth certificate from Romania, which she says obviates the need for any other Romanian document. She said from the US side, the only thing that's missing is my mother's long form birth certificate. The one that I sent her was apparently the short form one, and the one that I need to send is one where both of her parents' full names need to appear. So that's my next thing. Now, I was pretty surprised at this claim that I wouldn't need any other documents if I have my grandfather's birth certificate. So that is quite shocking in a good way and encouraging. So I'm really excited about that, but we'll see if she's right. She also said that all of the documents, like the birth certificates, need to be apostilled and then sent to Romania for authentic translations and copies. She said that the budget, including not only the fees, but translations, shipping, taxes, everything, would reach €1,000. That's if I apply by myself. If my mom also wants to get citizenship, it's an extra €300. So that would make more sense. I think my mom wants to do it. But yeah, the only thing she says she needs are the apostilled birth certificates, and that the whole process could take around 2 or 3 years, mostly because of just a long waiting time after submitting the citizenship request and then After that, the National Citizenship Authority reaches the file, and then we get our Romanian passport. So she's like, let me know if this works for you, and we'll get the details of the apostille. So I said, yes, that works for me. Let's see. So that is option B. Now, option C is much different. With option C, it's not exactly a Romanian law firm. It is a company that helps with citizenship by descent for multiple countries. So what I can assume is that they're outsourcing this work to a Romanian law firm, and they're charging a markup that might be more than the law firm is charging them. I'm not sure how their business model works, but they couldn't give me any information based on the file that I sent them. They said for a complete assessment of my eligibility, they will need to do their own search. And then this analysis of those documents costs 2,000 euro. And then that 2,000 euro can be applied to the full cost of completing this process, which they estimate to be around 6,500 euro. So quite a big difference. And I'm not so happy about paying 2,000 euro just to even find out if I'm eligible according to them. So I was able to negotiate that down, and I'm still deciding if I will move forward with that. But they said this includes a detailed analysis of my ancestry documents up to my lineage, birth, marriage, death certificates, naturalization certificates, as well as a step-by-step list of all the documents needed, which ones they can get from me in Romania and which ones I would need to get. That includes multiple years of support, I believe. But they said if they reach the conclusion that I am eligible to apply for citizenship by descent, then it's not mandatory that my mother applies with me. And that's consistent with what the other lawyer told me in option B, but it's inconsistent with what a previous law firm told me many years ago when I first started looking into this. They said that we had to keep that lineage successive. So my mom had to get it from my grandfather, and then I had to get it from her. But these other lawyers are saying that's not the case. So for that one, I have to fork over hundreds or thousands of euro just to do this initial search, which I've pretty much already done. If you saw my second video on the Romanian citizenship, I already found out a lot of this information just based on Ancestry.com and my own personal family records. So I don't know if I really need that. I'm going to put that one on hold, and I'm going to see what the other firms say. Option D was even more expensive. This is another company that helps people with getting second passports and citizenship by descent in many, many countries. And they charge a minimum of $10,000 for 1 year of support. They're able to get all of the documents. And they said, if I apply through the consulate in the US, which is just down the street here in Miami, that it could take from 1 to 2 years. However, they have lawyers in Romania that could get certain documents, and that would make it faster. And they said most of the cases are through US consulates, Canadian consulates, Australian consulates, but they can also submit the application on site, and then I would travel to Romania. And they also mentioned that there is a sworn statement that I have to recite in Romanian to be able to get the citizenship, but no one else has mentioned that yet, so I'm not sure. They also said that the application can be submitted online, and there will be this test of my knowledge of the Romanian language if citizenship is approved, an oath of allegiance, and answering some questions in Romanian. That would be a potential requirement, but not sure. But either way, I'm not worried about it. My grandfather spoke Hungarian and Romanian. It sounds very much like a Latin language. I speak Spanish. I know I'm capable of learning another language, and I want to anyway. So I think maybe it would be easier than learning Hungarian. So that one's $10,000 minimum. And I asked what happens if it takes longer than a year, and you basically have to pay again. So that can get pretty pricey. And I didn't even ask how much it would be for my mom. So I would say that's not in my top 3 at the moment. Option E didn't really give me much information yet. She just said that they charge $350 for a consultation and a case assessment, and I can send them the money by Zelle. And then they will tell me about this overall process of getting Romanian citizenship, and also take a look at my documents and see where we go from there. So what I asked her was just a list of questions. Okay, so what happens during this assessment? If you do think that I'm eligible for citizenship, then what are the next steps? What are your estimated fees? What's the estimated timeline, based on work with your other clients? And she hasn't replied to me yet. But yeah, she said during that assessment, she can review all of the documents, give me tailored advice about the citizenship process, including all of the steps that I need to do until I can apply for the passport. And then after seeing the amount of work that's required, they can give me an estimate of the legal fees for that assistance. So yeah, well, at least it's not 2,000 euro for that. And then the last one, we can call this option F. This guy said that they have an 800 euro fee for registering the transcription of the application. His advice is to initiate the transcription process for 800 euro. This process is supposed to register my grandfather's first descendants' foreign birth certificate in Romanian and get his Romanian birth certificate and national ID number, which is called the CNP. So this is to get my mom's birth certificate translated into Romanian, registered over there, and also get an original of his birth certificate. And during this process, he says the Romanian authorities will check my grandfather's citizenship file and they will notify us if he lost his citizenship or if they couldn't find the citizenship file. And in that case, we would need to follow a restoration process. So basically, even though my grandfather passed away in 2014, we would need to follow a process to restore his citizenship and then apply for mine. I can also check my ancestors' citizenship status through the nearest Romanian consulate, which is here in downtown Miami. So I went to the Romanian consulate's website and it was literally down, like it wasn't working. And I tried going through Google and all of these different ways. So I might just walk down there. I don't think they'll see me without an appointment. I tried calling and no one answered. So I'll just keep going. But he says, once we have the Romanian birth certificate and the ID number, we'll be able to submit the application for issuing my birth certificate and Romanian ID number. So this kind of connects more with the first person who told me that, I have the Romanian birth certificate, so it's pretty easy from there. Maybe I should go with one of these guys because they seem to think that it's like pretty straightforward. He says this 800 euro includes all the costs and taxes from authorities, their honorary fees, fiscal taxes, and then any additional costs related with the sworn translation process is about 65 euro per document. But shipping, like international courier fees and bank transfer fees, would be additional. He says that this transcription process will take about 70 to 80 working days, so maybe 3 months from the moment that they submit the file. So this seems a lot faster than the 2.5 to 3 years or the 1 to 2 years that other people quoted me. So I sent him also another email asking for a little bit more detail as to like what happens after that, and if there's any other fees after the 800 euro. Just to recap, we have option A, the woman who said that I definitely qualify for Romanian citizenship and that the cost would be from 1,000 to 1,300 euro, including everything. Option B, the woman who hasn't really given me any timeline or costs yet, but all she requested was a copy of the naturalization certificate, which I paid $30 for and filled out that application online, and it was a very confusing process. Then we have option C, the company that wants to charge me 2,000 euro for an initial assessment and 6,500 euro for the entire process. Then we have option D, which is the company that wants to charge $10,000 for 1 year of support, but they say that they'll handle everything and it's like a white glove service. Option E, which is the $350 consultation, and then she'll disclose everything else I have to do. And option F, which is the guy who said that for $800, they can do this transcription process and pretty much get that sorted within 90 days. And then after that, it's only a matter of waiting. So let me know what you think in the comments below. I will link to our Romanian citizenship playlist here so that you don't miss an episode, and I'll be back with another update as to what happened with these documents and which firm I decided to choose.